Hi folks, it's only me, Karl-James Langford, on channel 012-1975. It's a long video log, for a long period between the 10th and the 17th of June. Lots happening, and it's associated with the acting and archaeology. And I've had, in the past 2 days, I've been out of action more than anything really, because I had an operation to have 3 teeth taken out. I had to have an intravenous injection, and the thing is about that, it says that the effects wear off with the general anaesthetic after 24 hours, but I don't think it has, because I've been out delivering leaflets and I'm not known if I've actually delivered those leaflets or not. I've been having conversations with people and not knowing what I've just been talking about, and that's not been helping. So I had to have the injection because I'm no good with general needles and stuff, so I had to have a drip placed into me so that I could deal with that sort of other injections and stuff, and deal with pain and so on. And well, don't really understand it myself, but yeah, it takes a while to ease off. And what's happening with the acting? Well, the acting classes have been going well, in the sense that we've been trying out a couple of these sketches that we might be putting into production. Particularly one of them is the bandstand, and we've had different. The bandstand, as I've mentioned before, is a sketch that I'm trying to put together, and there's a bandstand, and with that bandstand people are disappearing, and I can't really say much more than that, because it will take away from the productive level when we actually film this. But I use my acting workshops as a sort of medium to try out productions, and as I've said before, that's what we did with the production about the Roman artifact that was found, that was very successful. So it'd be great if anyone wants to come along to the acting workshops that I do in Barry. They're to build confidence and so on. If anyone wants to come along just to watch, then they're very welcome, between 7:45 every Wednesday at the St Nicholas Community Hall. So if anyone's interested, then come along. Acting wise as well, I've done a rehearsal this week for one of the productions I'm in, and I've got to do 2 tapes in the next day or so, for 2 other productions as well, and I'm being asked to do something else in London coming up. So there's a lot going on, and but obviously that conflicts with the archaeology teaching I'm doing, and obviously the need for time off from stuff that I'm doing. Relaxing time is needed. This week I'm teaching the archaeology of religion, part 4, and we're looking at sort of the New Kingdom temples in Egypt, and the very large temples at Luxor, Dendera, Karnak, and so on, and that's been okay. Taught that on Tuesday and Thursday, and obviously going to be doing a tape of it, and I'm looking at ancient Greece as well, the temples of ancient Greece, and the wonderful temples, the Etruscans. I feel that the Etruscans embody my philosophy. Had to have my printer fan changed, because I was told that if the fan breaks down on my computer, it affects the hard drive and I lose everything, and that's been an ouch factor. It's cost me 75 quid to have that done this week, which has been money that I could ill afford to spend, which is a bit unfortunate, but that's life. So I've still got my computer, Probably that's had an effect on me being able to do video logs and stuff. And it's affected the fan itself. It's affected what I've been able to do with the work that I've been doing very recently. Yeah, facial hair's to do with the acting, and but I'm probably likely to shave that off very soon, so that'll be really good. So somebody asked me to do my North Walian accent. So it sounds very much like this when you're in North Wales, and when you're trying to put something across, and I've got a very interesting pet sheep. His name is Blodwen, and we call him Blodwen because he's a very interesting sheep. Well, I've always wondered, and there's Doctor Who experts out there, that whether, and I've said this before, whether the Dalek is based on the North Walian. Here we go. I am a North Walian, you see, from North Wales, and when you change it to a Dalek, you go, exterminate, exterminate, I am a North Walian. See, it sounds very similar, doesn't it? But anyway, let's get back to normality again. Let's get down a bit more. It was a strange scenario. I've got an artifact to show you here as well. A strange scenario. I phoned up to book some accommodation for my archaeological trip to Norfolk in October. And I phoned up Great Place in Great Yarmouth to book the accommodation, and I said, "Oh, I want to book some accommodation in Great Yarmouth," and I said it's for a group, and the guy said, "Oh, we don't have groups." I said, "Yeah, but online you've actually got the accommodation for." I said, "No, we don't have groups. We don't have groups." And I was told later on that he thought that we were a group of alcoholics. A group of drunkards who are going to a stag party. I've got to be honest with you, all the people who go on the trip, well, most of them, other than me and the driver, and maybe one or two others, are in their 60s and 70s, and none of them are alcoholics, and they were definitely not going to a stag party. And I thought that was strange that you immediately assumed that. So I just booked with somewhere else. And finally, yeah, I'm still decluttering. I've got it down to 10 pallets now from 100 when I moved in here 18 months ago. And I'm still finding little gems. And I found with decluttering is this. If you throw everything out, cold turkey, you lose some real gems. And it makes a mockery of why you've kept everything. Decluttering is vital to anyone's lives, but I sift through everything. That's why it's taken a long while, and found a little gem I didn't know about when I was excavating a site, Hollybush Farm, outside Cowbridge many years ago. I sent an object to an expert, and there's the card, and in the find bag was this very little object here, which is a medieval strap end. So you'd have a bit of leather here, there would be 2 rivets, and this would probably be bent over. This is known as strap end, and this would have been placed onto the leather, and this would have been tied around the 2 bits, and that would have acted as an early belt. Interesting enough, this itself, here's the card from the expert. I've forgotten the name of the expert now. But it says the type is well represented in London excavations, dating between the 1270s and the 1350s, and this directly links with the site that I excavated, and the only archaeologist to excavate there, the village of Langford outside Cowbridge, at my relative's farm. They no longer own it. This itself, wonderful object. So it's got me thinking. I've got to publish my stuff, and as much as I want to run away from archaeology as fast as I can, I've still got a responsibility. And I'm thinking that the newsletters that I'm be doing for the Archaeology Cymru, that in fact, instead of filling it with other people's news, what we'll do, we'll fill it with the process stuff that John and I will be doing here at my home on a Tuesday. So if anyone's interested, come along and help. So as I said, looking through everything, instead of throwing it all out, take your time and go through it all, and you find photographs, things like this. Well, if you're not an archaeologist, and you find, I don't know, a card from a child or a letter from a loved one. And I think this is important. Decluttering is to re-understand yourself and reappraise yourself. And on that note, got to go. But to a few of my friends that read this, David, get in touch. Haven't heard from me for a while, and Daz. And Karen, if you need any help with your washing machine, let me know. And to anyone else who hasn't been in touch recently, this is my means of keeping in touch, so please keep in touch with me. Speak to you all soon. Thank you very much.